we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver.
Well, howdy there, Daylight Burners. Welcome back to BD Baseball. Jake is a little bit under the weather. Might be AIDS. I'm not for sure. I don't know how they do it in Detroit. But anyway, he's not with us today, but we'll be. I'm sure he'll be back. Too bad. Tigers had a good game yesterday. Pretty good game. Pretty good day all the way around, minus the Rockies getting walked off at Wrigley, but I mean, it's not much new. Not much new to report there. Let's just get into the action, huh? We'll start off the way I always do, and this was a good one. A's took it to the Pirates. They win 11-2. Huge offensive performance from Nick Kurtz. Go vote for that guy for All-Star game. He was fourth in the voting yesterday. Vlad Guerrero Jr., who, no offense to Vlad, a great player, but not having a spectacular year, leads the All-Star voting at first base by a wide margin. He's only got 3 home runs on the year. Kurtz had 2 last night. Dude is just a manimal. He's a beast, absolute beast. He went. What did he go, 3 for 4? 3 hits, 2 home runs, 5 RBI. And then Jeff McNeil, old man Jeff McNeil, nicknamed the Flying Squirrel by the A's, hot on his heels. He had been struggling mightily. A lot of talk around my household, and maybe he was going to be out of a job, but bounced back really well last night. He had a 3-hit night. 4 RBI total. Also had a 2-run shot. He was the first one to put us on the board. Had a RBI single, and then followed that up with a 2-run homer, and then had another RBI single late in the game. Played pretty good defense. Strong performance by the A's. They rolled 11-2 over the Buccos. On the mound, JT Ginn, another fine performance. Quality start once again. 6 innings, 1 run, unearned, by the way. They did hit him a little bit. 6 hits, 3 punch-outs, 3 walks, I believe was his final number. Either way, though, A's offense really getting hot at the right time. And they are a dangerous offense up and down the lineup. Lawrence Butler also getting back on track. He's been hitting the ball hard all year, but had a kind of a bad luck stretch. But now still hitting the ball hard, and those hits are kind of falling his way. And look out, when that dude is hot, he is red hot. So looking forward to that. Rockies, they got walked off on a walk. They had a late lead at Wrigley. Cubs win 5-4 in the 9th. Big headline of the day was Pete Crow Armstrong hit for the cycle. It was the first cycle of 2026 MLB season. Really don't like that guy, but hat tip to him. Good performance. Rockies looked like they might steal one from him, but 9th inning really got away from him. Walks, had a throwing error, all sorts of traffic, and then Matt Shaw draws the bases loaded walk to end it, and not the way you want to lose a game. Tough one for the Rockies. I'm kind of already over the 23-9 blowout that the Rockies put on us on Sunday. That one hurts a lot more for the Roccos than that blowout hurt for the A's. You can forget the blowout loss pretty easy, but man, to lose a close one in that fashion, that sucks. Sucks all the dick. So, typical Rockies, it was turn the TV off and then go stand in a cold shower and just commiserate on all the mistakes you've made in life. In Detroit, though, they're partying, and I'm happy for them. I like the Tigers, but they also beat division rival Houston Astros, stomped all over them. 9-3 was the final, and it was the best offensive performance from a single player of the night. Colt Keith, who just got his first home run of the season last week, now quadrupled his total. Had 3 last night, drove in 6 runs. 5 homers total for the Tigers, 3 from Keith. Kevin McGonigal and Spencer Torkelson also adding to the total. Torque hit one right off the left field foul pole. Pretty cool. On a weird note, though, Houston struck out 18 batters and still got beat. But when that Detroit offense is hot, they can put some runs on in a hurry, and they sure did last night. Let's hope they can keep the offense going, and with their pitching staff starting to come back together, they're going to be dangerous if they can keep it going. Some notable pitching performances of the day. Best one by far, Dustin May of the Cardinals, complete game shutout. 1 hit, 1 walk. Dude was a perfect game going into the 7th. Lost it on a walk, and then he also lost the no-hitter on a single by Manny Machado. Didn't allow any further damage. 2 base runners total on the night, and it was his. It was the first complete game of his career. Fine performance by Dustin May. Big hat tip. Cardinals roll. Just enough on that one. Zach Wheeler also had a fantastic pitching performance. 6 scoreless innings, 9 punch-outs, 7-0 shutout of Miami. What was the final score there on the Cardinals? We'll get to that here in a minute. Chase Burns also throwing scoreless innings, 5 scoreless, 7 punch-outs. He had a big cushion earlier, but he just settled in and did what he does through heat. 7 punch-outs in 5 innings. Pretty good performance. The Mets never even got started. And, of course, JT Ginn. 6 innings, 1 run, but it was unearned. Wasn't the flashiest night stat-wise, but really solid performance from Ginn. He has turned himself into the ace of the A's pitching staff, which, to be fair, pretty low bar at the moment. But the young fella has been turning it on. He moved away from the sinker over the last several games, been leaning more on the cutter and the slider. Changeup was working pretty nice last night as well. Pretty fun guy to watch. I always get nervous when he's on the mound because he's been known to let things spiral on him, as Mark Kotze said in the postgame show. But had some traffic, worked out of it. Pretty good performance all the way around. On the offensive side, Colt Keith stole the show. 3 home runs, 6 RBI. Easily the best performance of the night. But Pete Crow Armstrong making some noise too. Single, double, triple, and a home run. It was a leadoff home run to start out the party. And, he kind of almost single-handedly beat the Rockies. What else? Nick Kurtz, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs on a 3-hit night. Best performance by the A's, but not by a whole lot. Gino Suarez for the Reds. He had 2 home runs, one of them being a grand slam, had a career-high 6 RBI. And Cincinnati, they put the Mets away pretty early, and Suarez was a big reason for that. And then rounding out the top 5 performances of the night, Jeff McNeil, I think he was 3 for 4 on the night. Home run, 4 total RBI. While Kurtz had the extra home run, Jeff McNeil at the bottom of the lineup, turning that lineup over to get back to Nick Kurtz. Good to see it from the veteran left-hander. He, as I said, been struggling pretty mightily as of late. good to see him get back on track. That spells a lot of doom and gloom for whoever we gotta face later on. Should he keep that going? Game 2 of that series tonight. Let's go with the full scoreboard. Talked about Zach Wheeler, fine performance. Phillies beat the Marlins 7-0. Zach Wheeler, 6 scoreless innings, 9 punch-outs. Gabriel Rincones Jr., rookie, hit his first career home run. JT Realmuto also went deep, and Justin Crawford had 3 hits for the Phillies as they take that. Clean bounce back for the Phillies after a shutout. A bounce back shutout after a pretty rough offensive weekend. Royals still pretty hapless, it seems like. Nationals take that one 7-3. They broke the game wide open with a 5-run 5th inning, highlighted by Dylan Cruz and a 3-run homer. Nasim Nunez also added on 2 hits and scored twice. Dylan Cruz is heating up, and Washington's lineup has already been just crushing the ball. That one big inning was something that KC had no answer for. They had Mitch Spence on the mound. I think he was with the A's a little bit last year. He got lit the hell up. Not a great night for the Royals. Not a great season all the way around. The Reds pour it on the Mets, 12-0. Geno Suarez, Chase Burns were the main talking points there. Mets pitching situation was immediately exposed. Tobias Myers on a spot start there after Christian Scott headed to the IL with I think it was hip inflammation or something like that. He went in like an inning and a third and gave up 7. Not ideal. The Cardinals, not a whole lot going on offense, but enough to let Dustin May cook. Fantastic performance from the Ginger. Complete game shutout, 1 hit, 1 walk, and Jimmy Crooks drove in 2 runs for the Redbirds, and that was about all they needed. Padres' offense is rough, and Dustin May made them look just kind of silly last night. They've got to get some stuff going if they want to stay in the thick of things in that wild card race. It's hard to say that they have a shot at the division anymore. Things could happen, but as of right now, that the Dodgers look like they've kind of wrapped up that division, and here we are, only the halfway point of June. Twins helping out the A's. They beat the Rangers 4-2. Josh Bell had a 3-run homer in the first inning. Byron Buxton also added to the party. He's been red hot this year. Minnesota's bullpen locked it down after Mike Paredes gave them 4 1/3. Is that right? You gotta check on these rundowns. Paredes 4 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 2 punch outs. He did allow a home run to Peterson. Is that Jock Peterson? But Twins still trying to stay relevant in that very winnable Central Division, and keeping the Rangers at bay. They win 4-2 after the Twins grabbed the lead early and just never let it go. Mackenzie Gore drops to 4-6 on the year. Cubs and Astros, or not Cubs and Astros, Cubs and Rockies. Where's that box score? There we go. Rockies had it. Pete Crow Armstrong, of course, talked about him. It was a tough loss for the Roccos. Tough loss indeed. We talked about the Tigers, Astros. Colt Keith with the 3 home runs. Kevin McGonigal continues to play really good baseball, and Spencer Torkelson both adding to the 3 home run night for Colt Keith. Tigers roll. Good on the Kitties. And over in Arizona, D-backs win a close one against the Angels 4-3. Pavin Smith hit the go-ahead home run in the 7th. That was his first long ball of the season. And then Arizona bullpen held on late. Mike Trout homered for the Angels, but not enough to get it done. Walbert Urania takes the loss, drops to 4-5 on the year. Still got a 2.60 ERA. Young fella does have just a fantastic changeup. Yeah, Angels, like me and Jake were talking the other day, they've got some pieces. They've got some guys, but they can just never really put it together. A's 11-2 over the Pirates. That offense was really good. The bullpen held on, and JT again, quality start once again. A's roll. Good to see it. Putting pressure on those damn Mariners. Only a half game back of the division right now. Statistically tied, but we got the tiebreaker over the Rays in that third wild card spot for now, but looking to climb the ladder. And the final game of the night, Rays headed into Chavez Ravine, take on the Dodgers. Tampa Bay had the lead 3-0. Dodgers came back. Kyle Tucker hit a 3-run homer to tie it, and then Miguel Rojas, go-ahead pinch hit home run in the 7th. Dodgers doing Dodger things. Pretty solid pitching performance on both sides. It looked like I didn't watch that game. Watched the recap this morning, but Nick Martinez 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 punch outs. Only gave up the 1 home run, which was enough to tie it. Matz gave up the go-ahead home run to Miguel Rojas. Lauer for the Dodgers, he went 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and 4 punch outs. He gave up a home run to Jonathan Aranda and Velade hit his 4th home run of the year. And the Dodgers able to claw back in, get the win as is usual for them. Okay, let's talk about the standings. Not a ton of movement, but Yankees still holding on. Rays a game and a half back of the AL East. The bottom 3 teams just kind of mucking it around. None of them in the wild card conversation at the moment. The Jays and the Orioles are 2 and 2.5 games back. The Red Sox kind of suck out loud. White Sox statistically tied with the Guardians for the American League Central. White Sox got the tiebreaker there. Cleveland in the wild card spot. Minnesota 6 games back of 500, but they're only 3 games out of the wild card. 6 games back of the division. Trying to stay relevant. They're not a particularly good team, but they do have some pieces. Tigers kind of trying to get things together, and the Royals are just the Royals this year. They suck. Hate to say it, but they suck. In the West, Mariners clinging to a half-game lead. They've got a home series against the Orioles. A's and the Rangers right there. A's back at 500. The Rangers a full game back of them. They're at 35 and 37. A's finally above the 500 mark for the last 10. They're at 6 and 4. Everyone else, Rangers lost their last one. Everybody else on a 2-game stinker in the West. Very, very winnable division. Let's hope the A's can keep it going. Over in the National League on the East, the Braves continue to roll. 7.5 games up on the Phillies. The Phillies chipping away at that lead a little bit, though. Nationals, they're 9 games back in the wild card spot. And they're at 38 and 35. That offense has been crushing the ball, and the pitching has been better as of late. Still not great, but 399 runs on the year they've put up, but they've given up 382 plus 17 run differential. Over in the Central, the Brewers still holding on to a 4.5 game lead. Cardinals trying to chip away. Cubs trying to shake off the May illness that they had. They took the series against the Giants after losing to us. Looking for the Rockies to bounce back, maybe keep that June swoon a real thing for the Cubbies. They're at 38-35, 7 games back of the division in the wild card conversation at the moment. Pirates, they dropped below 500, so now we've got 2 teams in the Central below 500. Pirates are 2-8 on their last 10, including a spoiled fine pitching performance by Paul Skeens on Sunday. They got rocked by the A's yesterday, though. And the Reds, they picked up a game yesterday, but against the Mets, but they're 3 games under 500, 10 games back of the division. What a difference a month can make. They're 3 games back of the wild card, but they're 3-7 over their last 10. Cardinals and the Brewers, the only ones playing above 500 ball over their last 10. And in the West, the Dodgers still cruising. They're just a gaudy plus 142 run differential. Still haven't put up as many runs as the Nationals. They're 6-4 over the last 10. Padres playing 500 ball, but they're dropping back quite a ways. 8 games back of the division now. They're in a wild card spot, but just barely hanging on. D-backs still trying to be relevant there. Half came back of the wild card. They're at 37-35. The Giants, big trade rumors coming out. The article I read this morning said they are open to offers for Willy Adames, Rafael Devers, and Matt Chapman. They are in full sell-off mode. All sorts of butthurt coming out of San Francisco because of their players putting Bible verses on their pride hats. And San Francisco kind of being the gay capital of the world. They're obviously not happy with people that don't agree with that, and it's a mess over there in San Francisco, and I love to see it. I hate the Giants, hate them. And the Rockies, they're 3-7 over their last 10. They're 11 games back of the wild card. Fangraphs has them at a 0% chance of making the playoffs. So there you go. There's the Rockies. Some notable transactions for the day. Christian Scott is placed on the IL for the Mets. So he's on the 15-day IL with right hip impingement. That's not good. There's been several of the A's pitchers with hip impingement. That usually led to surgery and out for the year. It's reportedly not considered serious, but it's another hit to Mets rotation that's been struggling already. They recalled Tobias Myers and Jonathan Pintero, sent Daniel Duarte, and claimed Zach Short off the waivers from the Tigers. Also sent Jorge Polanco to the 60-day IL. Kodai Senga is supposed to be back for him, expected to be back for the Mets. And Senga's been working back from lumbar spine inflammation. That guy, when he's on, is really good, but he started out super hot last year and then fell off the face of the earth, it felt like. Rangers placed Corey Seager on the 7-day concussion injured list after a collision with the Royals catcher Carter Jensen. Seager had already missed the weekend series against Boston before the move had become official. We got a suspension note as well. MLB suspended the Padres reliever Ron Marinaccio for 3 games for intentionally hitting Gunnar Henderson on the 13th. He has appealed. Padres manager Craig Stamen also received a 1-game suspension, and he served it yesterday against St. Louis, so he'll be back today. I really don't like this suspending guys for getting a little tiff. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, let's look at what we got going on today and then some of our probable pitchers. Got a full slate going on. Marlins at the Phillies. Tyler Phillips taking on Jesus Luzardo. Phillips, I don't know. He looks pretty good so far. 1-1 record with a 1.86 ERA, 41 punch-outs. Looks to be a pretty small sample size. So he's only had he's had seven games, 3 starts. Here, let's see game logs. Let's see. Looks like he started out of the bullpen, and as of late, he's been pitching out of the starting role. Been pretty dang good. So Marlins looking to get one back on the Phillies, trying to stay in that wild card race. It's going to be a tough task. The Phillies playing pretty good ball. Jesus Luzardo, pretty damn good pitcher. He has got touched up from time to time, but 4.35 ERA shows that. But when he's good, he's pretty damn good. 5-4 record on the day. Phillies looking to roll at home. Kansas City at the Nationals again. We got Michael Wacha and Forrest Griffin. Pretty decent pitching matchup, all things considered. Wacha's got a 3.58 ERA. Foster Griffin a 3.46. 69 punch-outs and 74 respectively there. Let's see if Wacha can keep the ball in the ballpark with that potent Nationals offense. Nationals trying to stay in the wild card race, and the Royals trying to get anything at all going for him. Blue Jays at the Red Sox, headed into Philly. We got a really good pitching matchup there. Dylan Cease taking on one of my new favorite players in the league, Peyton Tolle. That dude is hilarious. He's just a goofy fuck, but I like him. Dylan Cease has been nails this year. 2.91 ERA, 103 punch-outs on the year. Peyton Tolle also been very good. 3-3 record for both of them. Tolle's at his 2.70 ERA, 54 punch-outs on the year, and he'll be entertaining regardless of how he pitches. Got a fantastic pitching matchup there in the Bronx. We got Davis Martin on the bump for the White Sox, taking on Garrett Cole. Davis Martin's got a 9-2 record, 2.41 ERA, 79 punch-outs on the year. Garrett Cole making his, I think, 4th start on the year after coming back from Tommy John. He's got a 2.45 ERA with 18 punch-outs. Both 2 first-place teams, and they're looking to keep the momentum going. I'm rooting on the White Sox, obviously. Don't like the Yankees either. Mets at the Reds. Game 2 of this series, we got Kodai Senga making the start, coming off of lower back injury, facing off against Brady Singer, who has not been very good this year. 5.61 ERA, 47 punch-outs. I think he's pitched pretty decent here as of late, but overall not very good. Kodai Senga, I wouldn't expect him to be very good coming off of IL, but we'll see. Might be a good candidate for the over. Giants at the Braves. Adrian Hauser on the mound for the Giants, taking on Grant Holmes. Giants are a mess, and the Braves are a wagon. I would imagine, I don't imagine the odds are very good, or the payout's very good to take the Braves money line, but maybe take them to cover the spread. Yeah, Giants suck. Good riddance to them. All right, got a pretty interesting Midwest matchup here. We got the Guardians headed into Milwaukee. Slade Ciccone on the mound for Cleveland, taking on Robert Gasser, who's not been particularly good. 6.38 ERA. Ciccone's been okay. ERA's pretty elevated, 4.83. Guardians trying to stay right there in the thick of it. They lost the division lead to the White Sox, but they're right there, basically tied. Padres at the Cardinals. Michael King on the bump for the Padres, taking on Andre Palante for the Redbirds. 3.46 for Michael King, 72 punch-outs. Palante's been pretty good at his own self, 3.88 ERA, 7-4 record. and 56 punch-outs on the year. Cardinals playing good baseball. Padres really struggling here lately. They're trying to get it turned around, but we talked about this early in the season. The depth for the Padres is just not there like it is in like it is for the Dodgers or even the Diamondbacks in that division. They're Padres got to figure something out here soon. Twins at the Rangers. Hopefully the Twins can keep it rolling. We got Zebby Matthews on the mound, who's not been pretty good. He started out really good first couple of starts. Came way back down to earth since then. It's got a 5.20 ERA, a 2-4 record on the year. Kumar Rocker taking the bump for the Rangers. He's at a 2-5 record. Pitched quite a bit better than Zebby Matthews. 3.56 ERA, 52 punch-outs on the year. Twins need to pick this one up, take the series, and stay relevant there in the wild card hunt. Rockies looking to bounce back after a tough loss last night. Got Ryan Feltner on the mound, who's been okay for a Coors Field pitcher. Facing off against Edward Cabrera for the Cubbies. He's been not great for the Cubs, but not bad. 4-3, 4.86 ERA with 58 strikeouts. Let's hope the Rockies can put it on the Cubs, keep that June swoon alive for them. And fantastic pitching matchup. Tigers at the Astros again. Former Astro Framber Valdez on the mound for the Tigers, facing off against Hunter Brown, fresh off of the IL. Hunter Brown is absolutely filthy. We'll see how he responds to his injury stint. But this is a great pitching matchup. If there's a chance to quiet those Detroit bats, this is the game for the Astros. I'm hoping they don't. I like watching Hunter Brown pitch, but he can eat a bag of dicks tonight. Go Tigers. Framber Valdez, been okay, not great. 4.40 ERA, 3-5 record, 61 punch-outs. Hunter Brown hit the IL early, but he's got an 0.84 ERA and 17 punch-outs after a couple of starts, I believe. Over on the West Coast, we got the Orioles headed into Seattle to take on the Mariners. Got Brandon Young on the mound for the O's, taking on Logan Gilbert for the M's. The O's versus the M's. Brandon Young's 5-1 record, 3.04 ERA, 42 punch-outs on the year. Pretty solid stuff from an Orioles rotation who has not been good at all. Kyle Bradish has been okay. Brandon Young's been the bright spot there. 3.04 ERA, 42 punch-outs, 5-1 record. Logan Gilbert's been really good as well. 4-4 record, 3.62 ERA, with much bigger sample size than Brandon Young, I think. 82 punch-outs on the year. That's a pitcher-friendly park. I would expect this to be kind of a low-scoring game. Hoping the A's can, or the Orioles can put it on the Mariners. And then in West Sacramento, we got my A's taking on the Pirates again. Mitch Keller on the bump for the Buccos. Jack Perkins making his third start of the season. He's pitched okay. ERA is definitely elevated. He got roughed up a little bit in Las Vegas, but hopefully he can settle in and get some work done against the Pirates team that has been reeling as of late. Dangerous offense, though. They can slug a little bit. A's need a win here. Take the series, put pressure on the Mariners. Over in the desert, got the Angels and the D-backs again. Reed Detmers taking on Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly's not been very good this year, coming off an injury. I think it was Tommy John that he had last year. Reed Detmers, one of the top trade candidates for American League pitchers this year. 2-5 record, 4.0 ERA, 97 punch-outs on the year. He's been pretty solid. I would imagine a change of scenery would do him some good, as the Angels are just kind of blah. We'll see how that goes. D-backs need a win here. The Angels would love a win, but is it going to do them any good? Probably not. And then this is the last game matchup of the night. Late game, Rays at Dodgers. Really good pitching matchup here. We got Drew Rasmussen on the bump for the Rays, taking on Justin Robleski for the Dodgers. Rasmussen 6-2 on the year with a 2.71 ERA, 77 punch-outs. Robleski 7-2 on the year, 2.95 ERA, 45 punch-outs. Really a good pitching matchup. We'll see if the Rays can bounce back. Dodgers have been struggling a little bit here lately. They dropped the series to the White Sox this weekend, but they got a pretty comfortable lead in the National League West. I wouldn't worry too much about them if you're a Dodger fan. All right, that's what I got for today. Good, some really good matchups, some really good pitching matchups today, and let's hope all of our homer teams can get it back on track. A's need to keep rolling. Rockies need a bounce back win. Keep the Cubbies in the June swoon territory, and let's see if Framber Valdez can get back at his former team and shove tonight. The Motor City Kitty's got a tough matchup against Hunter Brown. We'll see how he looks coming off of the injury. But that's all I got for today. Enjoy your baseball. Stay cool out there. The weather is heating up. It's going to be pushing 100 here in western Nevada. So enjoy your baseball. Don't let your butt crack, and move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Slates full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. Don't